I hate short balls. I can't get my approach shot in. I do not want the ball to come short. Do you guys ever have trouble with the short balls? When you guys get a little bit shorter ball, closer to service line, you can't get that ball in. It goes long, you come up to net, you guys get passed by your opponent. Guys, in this video, we're going to be going over tips and tricks to make sure that you hit the best approach shot every single time. So let's get started, right? So the number one thing, right? What are we talking about right now? We're talking about an approach shot. This isn't a kill shot. This isn't an end shot. It's an approach shot. You approach the net. You're not coming to kill the ball. You're not trying to end the ball, right? You're trying to approach the net. Guys, many people, they think when they get a short ball, especially more beginner, more intermediate players, is that they think that their approach shot, the short ball that they get, you have to win the point. You do not want to win the point. You want to make sure that you guys are setting up your volley, right? Anytime you get a ball close to the service line, instead of thinking that you have to win the point, just absolutely kill it from here, right? Your goal from this ball is to hit, move forward, to set up your volley that you can end the point, right? An approach shot is because you want to approach the net. That's why they call it an approach shot. So next time that you hit, think that it's this ball that you get right here, this short ball, you're not trying to end the point. You're trying to make sure that you hit it and you get into a good position that you can move up to the net and hit the volley and win the point at the net. So take a little bit of speed off the ball, all right? Don't be super tight. That's another reason why. So if your ball, we're going to get into why our approach shots are going long. Why does your approach shot go long? Well, it's two reasons, right? Number one, your approach shot is going long because you are super tight. So many players, when they get a short ball, right, they see it. It's like a big juicy steak for a dog, right? That you want to just jump all over. It's like $1 million. What would you do if you saw $1 million right there, right? You would jump up and grab it, right? You're not waiting for anything. Same thing with these short balls, right? So you have a high ball, you just want to smack the living daylights out of it, and boom, you hit it in the net, or it goes long. It's because you guys are too tight. You guys see that ball, your adrenaline kicks in, right? And you're like, boom, I want to knock the living daylights out of it. You guys have to make sure that you guys are loose during this approach shot, right? So when you guys get these balls, you have to be loose. If your balls are going long, your short balls are going long, it's because you are being way too tight with your racket, right? So when you see this approach shot, you want to be loose when you're hitting it, okay? You want to make sure that you're loose. The second reason, actually there are three reasons why your ball can go long, right? The second reason is you guys aren't playing with enough topspin. You can hit a slice approach shot, right? But for the most part, you want to hit a topspin approach shot. Look, what is the difference between if I'm at the baseline versus I am close to the net? Pause the video, think about it, right? All right, so when I'm at the baseline, I have way more court to work with than when I'm up at the net. The closer that I get up to the net, right, the less court I have to work with, the less distance I have to work with, right? I have less court to work with, right? So what does that mean? The less court I need to work with, I need to make sure that I hit more spin. The reason why is because what? Topspin is going to make that ball dip in. So the closer I am to the net, the more topspin I need. So you guys need to make sure that you guys are hitting topspin on every single one of your approach shots, right? So you have this short ball here. You guys want to make sure that you're hitting lots of topspin and then moving forward. Topspin is going to counteract the fact that you do not have as much distance on the court, right? So when you guys are hitting your approach shot, make sure you're loose, make sure you guys are using a ton of topspin. Another way why people go wrong and they hit the ball long is because, this is the third way, right? It's because they stop moving. They stop moving through the approach shot. It's an approach shot, right? It's not a stop and go shot. They don't call it that, right? So what many players do, right? And I just dropped an Instagram reel. If you guys, I put the link in my description to the Instagram, my Instagram, Tennis with Tyler. I do an X and check mark video showing exactly the wrong and right way of this, right? So this is where many people go wrong, right? They have the short ball, they hit it, they stop. Or they have the short ball, right? They stop and hit it. And then they try to come to the net, right? If I stop, all my momentum is out the door, right? What you guys want to do when you guys have an approach shot, you guys want to approach the net, right? So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you hit it and then you move forward. That was a bad demonstration. One more, here we are. So I want to make sure that I hit the ball and look, I'm moving forward during my approach shot. If you stop your body weight, if you get up to this ball and you stop and then try to hit it, your ball is probably going to go long. So if you want to make sure that you get that ball in, again, you have the short ball, you have your approach shot, make sure you hit it and you're moving forward while you hit it. Let me demonstrate 2 or 3 balls right now so I can show you guys exactly what I mean, right? So I have the short ball, right? I'm going to hit, and look, I keep on moving forward. Let's do 2 more, all right? So I need to play with more topspin there, right? I hit the ball long. So right here we are. So I'm going to hit, and again, I'm keep on moving forward. My body weight does not stop going forward, all right? I like to think like Finding Nemo, right? If you guys are old enough for that. What does Dory say? I think it's Dory. She says, keep on swimming, keep on swimming. Guys, you want to keep on approaching. So when I hit this approach, I want to make sure that I hit and I keep on moving throughout my shot. If I stop moving, my ball is going to spray long. All right, so once again, we worked on what to do when we hit the ball long. Now let's work on what to do when we hit the ball in the net. So many people during the approach shot, they also hit the ball in the net as well. And look, right, the closer I get to the net, right, I have to hit more height over the net, right? Back here, it's much easier to get the ball over the net than up here. The closer I get to the net, right, the closer I get. So now we are going to work on why people hit the ball in the net, right? So what a lot of people do, they hit their approach shot in the net, and the only reason why is because they do not drop the racket. When you hit this approach shot, you have to make sure that you drop the racket and get under the ball to lift it over the net, right? So they come to the approach shot, they hit, and the racket is at the same height of the ball. When the racket's at the same height of the ball, unless it's like basically head height or above or shoulder height above, then you can come down and make it in. But if the ball is super high and they do not drop the racket, they don't get under the ball, where's this ball going to go? It's going to go in the net every single time. So when you guys are moving up to this approach shot, you guys have to make sure that you drop your racket. Also, by dropping your racket, you will not only get it over the net, but you also hit a lot of topspin, right? You'll help dip that ball in. So when you guys are hitting this approach shot, right? Watch this, right? So I'm going to drop my racket. So I'm going to drop my racket, get under the ball, and then come up. 2 more, ready? So I'm going to drop my racket, then come up and get under the ball. 1 more. So I'm moving forward, dropping, getting under it, and then moving forward. So you guys have to make sure that you guys are getting under the ball. If your ball goes in the net during your approach, all you have to do once again is what? Pause the video and let me know. Get under it, right? That's it. Ball ever goes in the net, get under the ball. So after you guys hit your approach shot, so say if you guys make your approach shot where you're having trouble with your first volley, this is the #1 reason why people miss their first volley after their approach shot. They do not follow the ball. What a lot of people do right after approach shot, they go to the middle of the court, right? So they have this short ball right here. They move up to it, they hit it, say I'm going down the line right now, and they try to come all the way up to the middle of the court for their first volley. And guys, this tip works for singles and doubles. You guys have to make sure that you follow the ball. Let me demonstrate, all right? So I'm going to swing, I'm gonna go down the line, all right? And then I'm going to come here, right? So say again, I went down the line, I'm in the middle of the court. Make sure if you guys want to pause the video right now and think, why is this not a good idea? So I hit the ball down the line, I'm in the middle, pause the video if you guys need right now, all right? Okay, so let's get started. So why isn't this a good idea? I'm in the middle, I hit the approach shot down the line, right? Look how much court I'm giving up. So the guy's all the way over there, guy or girl's all the way over there. I have all over here, I have to cover the line, and I have all the way over here. I'm giving up so much court position. But watch this, right? So I'm going to hit and follow my approach shot right now, right? So I'm going to hit, I'm going to follow my approach shot, right? I'm following the ball, look. So down the line, okay, if the person tries to go on an angle, I can cut the angle on the volley over here. If the person goes down the line, I'm got the down the line covered right here. So I followed my approach. I'm able to cover the court better. I'm able to cover the my opponent's angles better, right? Same thing, watch this, right? So if I go cross court, right? So if I go cross court with my approach shot, I want to make sure I'm following the ball cross court. The reason why, look, if my opponent chooses to go down the line, I'm going to move on an angle and cover down the line. If my opponent chooses to go cross court, I'm going to move on an angle and cover cross court. So by following your approach shot, it's going to be able to A, really help you get up to that ball and hit your first volley, right? If you guys have trouble hitting your first volley, again, check. Are you following your approach shot, or are you just coming to the middle of the court? Because again, many people do that and they go very wrong. So if you don't already follow your shot, go out next time you're on court, follow your shot. You guys will have way better volleys, all right? So guys, just to recap from this video, the number one thing is you guys have to make sure you hit an approach shot like an actual approach shot. You approach the net. You're not going for a winner. You're not going for a kill shot. Make sure you take some speed off to set up your volley. That's the whole goal. That's the essence of an approach shot. Then if your ball's going long, you gotta make sure you're loose. You gotta make sure you're playing with tons of topspin. Also, you have to make sure that you are moving forward. If your ball ever goes into the net, all you have to do is what? You have to make sure you get under the ball every single time. And if you guys are having trouble with your first volley, make sure that, again, you guys are following your approach shot. You're not just coming to the middle of court. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this video helps you guys hit better approach shots. Guys, if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, have a good one and happy hitting.